fuck is Rolling Stones talking about? Yes, I'm starting the show like that. What the fuck is Rolling Stones talking about? If you love music like me, you probably seen the Rolling Stones re-release, greatest 500 albums of all time list. And, you know, even though I appreciate the effort, I found some flaws in that list. So I wanted to bring it to the table right here on Tatum Takes. Let me just say, this list is fucking, it's nuts. Like, let me just start by saying this. At some point, this is my biggest gripe. I'll go into the list in a second, but my biggest gripe with the list is that at a certain point, we're gonna have to start accepting hip hop as like we got to start treating their bodies of work like we treat the Beatles and all these other people. Because it's 2020, and I appreciate that they redid the list. I forgot the last time that they updated it, but to see fucking Kendrick on there 3 times, I thought that was fucking amazing. All 3 of his albums, commercial releases, are all on the 500 greatest albums of all time. Fucking amazing. It was good to see SZA on there. I thought that was fucking amazing. But I look at the top 10 and it kind of fucks me up, man. Like, okay, number 10, they have Lauryn Hill, Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. And I'm not mad at that. And I'm pretty sure that if I talk to someone or you talk to someone at Rolling Stones, they'll say that's the hip hop album in the top 10. But I really don't consider Miseducation of Lauryn Hill a hip hop album. Now, do I think it should be in the top 10? Absolutely. But come on, man. Like, you have Bob Dylan at number 9 with Blood on the Tracks. You have Prince, Purple Rain, number 8. Fleetwood and Mac Rumors at number 7. Nirvana, Nevermind at 6. The Beatles, Abbey Road at 5. Stevie Wonder, Songs in the Key of Life at 4. Joni Mitchell, Blue at 3. The Beach Boys, Pet Sounds at number 2. And Marvin Gaye, What's Going On at number 1. I'm from the DMV. I love Marvin Gaye. What's Going On is not the greatest album of all time. I understand the time we're in, and I get it. Like, I get why they put What's Going On at number 1, because it's still prevalent. The songs on there are really amazing. It's a fucking 10 out of 10, A++++ album. But it's not the number 1 album of all time. And to top it off, Thriller is number 12. How the fuck is Thriller? I think we all as a people need to like come together and be like, Thriller's the number 1 album of all time. Thriller's the number 1 album of all time. Like, at this point, we all just need to come together as like a community of nation. If we can't agree on anything, we all can agree that Thriller is the greatest album of all time. And like, it's sold the most. You can't name me a person who don't know a song off Thriller. It plays every year, the actual song Thriller. Not only is Thriller not number 1 on the list, that it doesn't make top 10. Joni Mitchell, Blue is better than Thriller. I love Prince. Purple Rain can be 8. But Purple Rain ain't better than Thriller? Like, are we... The fuck? Like, it's no way. And on top of all that, I think it should be 1 hip-hop album in the top 10. Like, at least at this point. If you're going to give us, like, crumbs, I guess, with this list, can we get 1? You mean to tell me out of all the years of hip-hop, there hasn't been a hip-hop album that the world thinks that is top 10 worthy? Like, not 1? The last hip-hop album on the list stops at 15, and that's what Public Enemy, It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back. What? Like, that just don't make any sense to me. Like, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is 17. How? The Beach Boys' Pet Sounds is better than My Beautiful Dark... The Beach Boys' Pet Sounds is number 2 on the list of greatest albums of all time. Where's the last Beatles album? The Beatles, number 5 at Abbey Road. Okay. How can you say, and you have Sgt. Pepper at 24. Okay. How can you have the Beach Boys' Pet Sounds at 2 and Sgt. Pepper at 24 when all they did was literally bite the Beatles. like how is this like Revolver is 11. I get that. If anything, Beach Boys swap out with Revolver, like by the Beatles. They literally copy the Beatles. Like it's no, and no one's listening to the Beach Boys. Like no one's listening to the Beach Boys right now. I mean, like this is fucking nuts. Joni Mitchell 3 with Blue. This just stinks. I'm happy that I'm happy that fucking Sergeant Pepper didn't make the top 10. Like I love Sergeant Pepper, but Jesus Christ, how long was he gonna have that album as top 10? But I don't think Pet Sounds is better than Sergeant Pepper, nor do I think Joni Mitchell's Blue is better than Sergeant Pepper. Not at all. Ready to Die at 22. I thought that was pretty amazing. I thought that was pretty fucking dope. Kendrick to Pimp a Butterfly at 19. I thought that was pretty fucking crazy. Like his second album that came out 5 years ago maybe, but to be number 19 on the greatest albums of all time, that's fucking. I would never like drop an album again. Like that'd just be my second album is fucking top 20 albums of all time. Another gripe of mine. They have Beyonce Lemonade at 32. 32. And it sits between Amy Winehouse Back to Black and Miles Davis Kinda Blue. What the fuck are we talking about? Lemonade. I love Lemonade. But that's not even Beyonce's best album. How the fuck does that sit between Amy Winehouse Back to Black and Miles Davis Kinda Blue? What the fuck are we talking about? Like, some of my gripes with this list is that just seeing certain albums next to certain albums just rubbed me the wrong way. It just grinded my gears. Beyonce Lemonade in between Back to Black and Miles Davis, bro. That doesn't make any sense. And they have My Life, Mary J. Blige at 126. Lemonade's better than My Life? In what reality? What did I... Lemonade's better than My Life? Like, in no way, shape, or form. Beyonce wouldn't dare even... Whatever. Fuck it. Okay. One thing I do give them, I thought was pretty dope. They have Baduism on here at 89. I didn't see that coming. I didn't see Baduism being on here at 89, to be truthfully honest with you. I thought that was pretty fucking dope. And then they have Mama's Gun at 158, which I also thought was dope. It just shows you how dope fucking Erykah Badu is. Back to my gripe. Bad at 194. Lemonade is better than Bad? Like, no. No. What song of Lemonade is better than Smooth Criminal? What are we talking about right now? I'm sick. Sade Love Deluxe is at 247. Criminal Minded couldn't even break 100. It is at 239. Criminal Minded. It's no way that album is 239 albums of all time when that fucking changed the land. I think any album that changes the landscape of music, give it in the top 100, top 50. Like, you can't. Come on, dog. Like, they have. What's the Drake album? They have Take Care at 95, but have Late Registration at 117. And what world is... And they have not Get Rich, excuse me. They have Good Kid, Mad City at 115. And what world is Take Care better than Good Kid, Mad City or Late Registration? It doesn't exist. Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted at 187. I think somebody did that as like to be funny. But Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted is 187 greatest. No, like all these white people albums that came out in the 60s and 70s and shit, they like, we get it, bro. We fucking get it. The Beatles are amazing. The Beach Boys are amazing. Bob Dylan is amazing. But you can't tell me Ice Cube America's Most Wanted is 187 on the greatest albums of all time. I think Ice Cube America's Most Wanted should be a lesson in schools. You should hear that album before you graduate high school. That's how important that album is to culture. 187, bro? He don't even make the 100? Fuck out of here, bro. 808s and Heartbreaks 244. Everything sounds like 808s and Heartbreaks. And on top of that, Kanye, they put out a thing that said like Kanye was featured, the artist featured the most times on this list, 12 times in total, 6 for solo albums, and another 6 for albums he produced on. You mean to tell me the artist that's on the list more than anybody didn't get in the top 10? That doesn't make any sense to me. I know I could be biased, my hip hop shit, but like that doesn't make any sense to me. I'm on the list more than anybody, but I'm not good enough to make the top 10? That doesn't make any sense to me. Moving on. They have John Lennon Imagine at 223. We sing Imagine every New Year's Eve. That makes that album just top 100, top 50 of all time to me. 400 Degrees, I thought that was dope. Like Juvenile on the greatest album list of all time. I thought that was fucking amazing. Solange is on there. I thought that was fucking dope. Get Rich or Die Trying is 280. Again, I believe if you change the landscape of music, you deserve to be in the top 100 albums of all time. You can't tell me Get Rich or Die Trying is only 280. Joni Mitchell Blue is not better than Get Rich or Die Trying. Like, let's get fucking real here. Stop fucking holding these slots for these fucking adored white people, bro. Doggy Style is 340. It's only 500 albums. Doggy Style is 340. Fleetwood Mac Rumors is not better than Doggy Style on no planet Earth. I'm saying it right here. I know people going to hear this and like, nigga, you tripping. But it's no way. This is Doggy Style and it's 340. Stupid. Cudi made the list. I thought that was dope, though. Man on the Moon made 459. I thought that was pretty dope. Cuban Links is 219. You can't tell me Cuban Links don't make top 3 albums of all time. No, I'm kidding, but it should be closer to that. It should be closer to 100. Midnight Marauders 201. Midnight Marauders should at least make top 15 albums of all time. Like this is shit I'm talking about. Out of all people, give it to Tribe. They like fit with most. I get it. Like you can't have Get Rich or Die Trying next to Joni Mitchell. It just don't even look right. Like the content wise. But Tribe, Midnight Marauders are like, it's God level music. Like, and to only be 201 is fucking disrespectful, man. Tupac All Eyes on Me is 436. And I think that was the only album of Tupac that made the list. Me Against the World didn't even make the list. 7 Day Theory didn't even make the like, who's on the team that spoke for the hip hop culture? Like, All Eyes on Me is 436? How? It's a double disc that's classic. Slim Shady LP is 352. I know I'm long-winded here, but this shit is outrageous. Marvin Gaye, Hear My Dear is 493, and it's only 500 albums. I can't even speak on that. At least the Carter 3 made the list. Like, I thought that was dope. Rihanna Anti made the list. I thought that was dope. Bad is 194. I just can't. Sgt. Pepper's not better than Velvet Underground and Nico? What the fuck are we? Come on. I get it. It was experimental. What's the nigga that used to hang with that stole John Michelle's whole shit, that drew the banana? Andy Warhol. I get it. I totally get it. It's so artsy and shit, but that's not better than Sgt. Pepper. And on top of all this, the lack of female rapper albums on this list is fucking disrespectful. Like, I saw Missy on the list, which is cool, but she was high. She was like 400s, I believe. And then the next one is fucking, I guess they consider Miseducation of Lauryn Hill as top 10. Number 2. Hardcore should make the list just off the cover alone. Little Kim Hardcore changed the reality of female hip hop at all time. You don't get Nicki Minaj, you don't get City Girls, you don't get fucking Megan Thee Stallion, you don't get nobody if hardcore doesn't happen. And you tell me that album don't make the top 500 albums of all time. Are you out of your fucking mind? Like, the Black Album is 155. The Blueprint didn't make top 25 albums of all time. The Blueprint by Jay-Z? Are you fucking kidding me? Dad, cuz this shit is outrageous. Any album with PSA deserves to be top 5 of all time. Let me wrap this shit up cuz this is like making me more angry than I was earlier. Let me see where the Marshall Mathers LP. The Marshall Mathers LP was 145. How? That album changed everything. That doesn't even make the top 100 albums of all time. Marshall Mathers LP doesn't make the top albums of all time. Top 100. Are you fucking crazy, Rolling Stone, or whoever wrote this fucking piece of shit of an article that has me on this fucking podcast doing this shit, and they probably like it because it just drive ratings, or they probably fucking said let's keep rap out of the top 10 and have these people going crazy so they can talk about it and we get more views. But Marshall Mathers shouldn't be 145. Lupe Fiasco Food and Liquor didn't make the list. I think just off GP, you need Pac in the top 25. A Pac album in the top 25. It's no Bob Marley in the top 25. The Clash London Calling. I love London Calling, but it's not better than fucking My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. It's not better than fucking Sergeant. Oh, fuck it. I'm done with this fucking list. Let's wrap this shit up. Just throw this fucking piece of paper. Rolling Stones, in closing, Rolling Stones, I get it. I know what this list is for. It's just, it's to cause uproar. And to be truthfully honest, after all the bashing I said, I appreciate that you take the time out, or the people who work for you take the time out to like do shit like this, because I remember growing up and I remember going to the Rolling Stones top 500 albums of all time and going to the top 20, then, you know, starting at the top 10, top 20, then top 30, keep going up. And I discovered a bunch of great albums that I didn't know exist or probably wouldn't have came in contact with. So I appreciate that. Maybe it's like another little like person like me who loves music, and they go to this list and oh shit, I never heard of Fleetwood Mac. I never fucking listened to Sgt. Pepper. The White Album didn't make the top 20 albums of all. I'm sorry. Let me give you a praise again. The White Album didn't make top 20 album of all time. I'm sorry. So I appreciate you doing this. Like I see a kid like me looking at these albums and they discover new shit. So like I appreciate that. But next time when y'all do this 20 years from now, 30 years from now, or however long it takes, because I don't think you should update it frequently. I think it should be long gaps in between time. You have to sit with albums. You can't just throw fucking albums in the greatest of all time. And I imagine the albums you had to move out, which is like, it should be a list. You guys should release a list of like the albums that you had to move out. But I appreciate it. And you added more hip hop in it. But next time you got to get us in that top 10. There's no way that a hip hop album doesn't make the top 10. And not just Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. That's like y'all's safe net. Like, shit, we can't give him the rap, but we give him Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Like, I know they appreciate that. No, we appreciate that as well. But I would love to see fucking My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy in top 10. The Chronic in the top 10. The Chronic is not top 25 albums of all time. It doesn't make sense. Move Snoop Dogg up. Doggy Style should definitely be in top 100. Marshall Mathers deserves to be in top 100. Just, and add some female rappers on there, man. How is hardcore not in the top 500 albums of all time? How is Il Nana not in there? You have to put those in there. If not anything, put an Eve album in there. Give me a Queen Latifah, MC Lyte, a Nicki Minaj album didn't make the top. Fuck it. But just put some female rappers in there because they deserve it. I think. Like, when you do stuff like this, you send a message and it makes it seem like you think that, like, female rappers don't make great albums unless they're Lauryn Hill. So, just think about that. But, comment, like, subscribe. I'm Tatum. This is my take. Signing off. You're a little bit farther than you were before.